Hello there everyone, I'm Blue Light and this is Blue Evolution Studio. Welcome to 3D modeling in theory. This is a series where you don't need any laptop or any tool because you will practice 3D modeling using only your brain and eyes. This series aims to improve your 3D modeling problem solving skills and your ability to 3D model anything faster and better. So focus and think and let's go. This art or this reference by the artist Pixon. I wish I said the name right, but anyway, you will find the name in the corner on the screen or in the description. So I will not go in detail for all parts. I will focus more on the parts that complex and a lot of people could have a problem if they model it. Like this part, the base of the gun, and the part here where it connects the base, and this part here, specifically this area. For the easy parts or the parts that most people could make it, I will mention it but faster than the important areas or parts. For this piece or this area where the liquid will go through it to shoot the enemy, add a cylinder, rotate it 90 degrees in the x-axis and scale down in the x-axis and scale down in the y-axis to make it like the size of this reference or the part in the reference. Then add another cylinder, scale down the same thing, rotate it in the x-axis 90 degrees, scale it down in the y-axis to fit it in this area. Then add a cube for the base. This part we will make it after making the base part, which is more important. Then for the base part, add a plane, not a cube but a plane, because it is a complex object, so it will be hard and mostly hard to make with the cube. Add a plane, scale down, put it in this area because it is easier to start with. Add a mirror or modifier if you are working in a Blender, which is I will assume you are working with. But if you are not working with a Blender 3D software, you can still follow along with this theory. You could add an empty object if the mirror didn't work very well, or just make the mirror object this cylinder here. Most of the time it will fix any error, but if there is no error, just continue. Now all what you will do is like tracing, imagine or printing a painting or a sketch you like, and you put the pencil on the sketch and just go on it. You will not go outside the line. You will draw on the line. That is exactly what we will do here. We will start selecting the two vertex or the 2 points here and extrude it until you make this area, but make sure that there is no triangles except if you are forced to do triangles, but make sure the numbers of triangles not very big. Let's say you have extruded until here. Don't worry about this smooth area. It will be fixed with the subdivision modifier, which will make it smooth automatically. But for this area, most of you could say like how I will do it. I can't just keep extrude the 2 points. Select 1 point and extrude it alone, only 1 point, and extrude it until here. Just continue doing it until reaching this point, and then select all the points and click to create a face. And then you could just select the knife tool and connect every vertex and the other vertex in front of it. And mostly the same in this area. We'll take a vertex and mostly the same in this area. Select the 2 points and extrude it until this area, let's say, and then extrude it again and again. And for this area, you will select 1 point or vertex and do the same, and then create a face. And if possible, do the same, select knife tool and connect every vertex and the vertex in front of it. For the details, you don't need to worry a lot. You could just, for this detail, add another plane and do the same. For the holes, you will add cylinders and select the difference modifier, etc. But for these 2 parts here, you could just add a cube and create the shape of this area by just select the 2 edges in the top and Ctrl B to create a bevel, and with the mouse cursor increase the edges and you will have this shape, the same shape. Let's say you want to make the effect that this object is connected to this object. You could go select the face and down here or the edges here. Click Alt, select the edges here or the face and scale it up a little bit and extrude, scale it up, and you will have the same effect. Or you could select this part here and create a hole here. Create a hole that has the same size of this cube we add, and then select the edges here and the edges for this object and go to the search tool and search for edge bridge tool, and it will be connected, and the same here too. And for this part you will add just cylinder, rotate it, scale it up in the y-axis. And for this part, you could just add a cube and select this edge and this one there and Control B, or you could add the bevel modifier and it will do the same job. For this part here, the extruded circle, like we did with this one, you will add an object, a circle for example, or a cylinder, and select the face and click I, scale down, delete the face, and you will have the same part. For the pipe, you could just add a bezier curve and do the shape mostly, or if you want, you could add a cylinder and scale down and put it here, delete the face up, select the edges, and extrude until you achieve the same result. For this target circle, you could just add a circle or add a cylinder and scale it down. Then select the faces, two faces, and click I, scale down, etc. And these things inside are cylinders, scale down, then duplicate it with Shift D. For this cylinder, we didn't speak about the details, so let's speak about it. For the details here, you could just click Ctrl R and scroll up until you have like edges here and there is edge here. Then select this face, this face, this face, this face, etc. and extrude it down. For the holes, as we said, speak about the holes here, just add a cylinder here and go to the modifiers and select the difference modifier. Then duplicate it, Shift D, Shift D, Shift D, Shift D, etc. For this handle here, you could add a plane and create this part here using the reference here on the down, or you could just use a cube, but with the cube you will need more work, but see what fits you more, using a plane or a cube. For me, I will use the cube and then Ctrl R until I have edges here and here and here. Then I will select the three edges and then move it up, then Ctrl B, create this circle effect. And if it doesn't work, you will need to think more, or you could just ask me in the comments and I will help you with it. And for this cute little detail, you could just add a circle, then click E, scale down, duplicate it for this part, and you will have this part here. For this cylinder where the liquid will be in it, add a cylinder, scale down, place it here, delete the face, then extrude until here, scale down, click F to create a face, and make sure it's smooth by adding a subdivision modifier. And don't forget the holes here, you will use the same technique we use here. And for this handle, add a cylinder, then add a cut here by clicking Ctrl R, then scaling this area, then select the face down here, click I, scale down, extrude. For the other details, you could create it with the difference modifier when adding an object like we did here, but for this reference or this object, I don't see that we need adding any object. We just need a material, except these two parts where we could just add a sphere or an object and shape it the same. And that's it for this video. I wish this video helped you with creating any project you are working on now or any of your future projects. Make sure to subscribe to stay tuned and up to date with this series, and goodbye.